Yo, this is Tone Kapone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're reppin' Tampa Bay, 10 toes down. It's waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing around. Saturdays from 10 to 12. Make sure you ride the wave. It's Tone Kapone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop.
What we're going to talk about is Kobe Bryant. You're on.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
Bro, I know how to work this board over here.
Pause.
But dig.
Hold on, wait. Ting! I had to use your own medicine against you, man.
It is what it is. I ain't worried about it, man. But yeah, we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant with one of the biggest Kobe fans I know. And, you know, just to anybody that actually, I think almost everybody's heard this news by now. But if you happen to miss the memo, we lost Kobe B. Bryant about a week. It'll be a week ago on tomorrow. It was on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just start this off by talking about him. I just want to just mention the names of everybody that was on the helicopter with him. So John Altobelli, Carrie Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli. I know John Altobelli just won the Coach of the Year award for baseball.
Right.
So like this, we're talking about like elite people on the plane that are good at what they do and giving back their time for kids. Christina Mauser was a assistant coach, I believe, out there. Her Sarah Chester was with her daughter Peyton Chester, who also played on Gianna's team.
Yeah.
And then the pilot as well, Ara Zobayan. So that's 9 people total lost their lives on Sunday, and it was so unexpected. I'm a believer in TMZ, so I have the TMZ app on my phone. I get the updates and notifications, and me and baby girl just got done at the park. And usually we go to the park, we'll drive over there, but we was like, all right, it's nice outside. We'll take a walk over there. So we walked to the park, walked back. Baby girl was tired. You know, I'm pretty much dragging her back to the house, and we get back and we just chilling, and I see the notification come through on the phone, and I'm just I'm like, maybe it's a different person named Kobe Bryant.
It's only 2 that I know of.
And then I'm just like, all right, let me go ahead and read into this a little bit. And of course, TMZ reported it first, so nobody else had any news about it at all. So, you know, I'm just letting a few minutes pass by, and then I just start seeing updates and updates and updates, and I'm just like, I'm in shock at this point because, you know, I'm a huge basketball fan. I know you are too, but Kobe Bryant is not my number 1 player. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Kobe's game ridiculously, but he wasn't my number 1 guy. In my book, he's the second best shooting guard of all time. You know, behind Mike.
Okay.
Behind Mike.
Okay.
I shed tears over Kobe Bryant, dog, and that was unexpected, dog.
Yeah. For somebody like me, like my favorite basketball player is actually Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
Like hands down, my favorite basketball player of all time is Dennis Rodman, the Worm. I'm a huge Kobe fan. I became a Kobe fan because, you know, he's one of the few that came straight out of high school.
Yeah.
And everybody looks at
and actually did what he was supposed to do.
Did more than what he was supposed to do.
Like, I know Corleone Young, because he's from Wichita.
What's your man name? Sebastian Telfair. Kwame Brown.
There's more that have come out that haven't produced.
My thing is, what got me with Kobe, what really made me a legit fan is a lot of people, I feel, didn't give him a fair shake as far as his career.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said if it wasn't for Shaq, he wouldn't be able to do this. Then Shaq left, he still was able to do what he did. But the thing about Kobe is, I feel like when you mention his name, you really can't say nothing bad about him on court.
Right.
Because all the greats did the exact same thing he did before him. Oh, he doesn't pass. He has more assists than a lot of people that you praise. But just to get that news, you know, that tragic news, it's not something that you know, some people say, well, I felt something in the air.
Mm-hmm. Nah.
That's the last thing that you expected. Like, you seen this man do so many different things. You thought that.
And it was the night after LeBron passed him, dog. Like, that's the thing. It's like, like what? And
then to really add sting to it, you know, because I actually cried for 2 days over it.
Mm-hmm.
Baby girl, one of his daughters was on there with him, you know, and whenever people would ask him or mention to him, you know, what would it be like if you had a son? like another one of you, and she would jump in front of reporters and be like, "Nah, I got this." And I've seen interviews when she's like flat out said it, "Nah, I got this." It gives you a new outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? Like if this situation didn't open your eyes, like you had Tupac and Biggie at 25.
Right.
My uncle, Coop, he died at 25. And then now Kobe at 41. So just to see the things that he was putting together, the homelessness, the basketball academy, and then sports drinks, like a lot of people didn't know the company that he had, he was a big part of. They seen it, and you had to really be like into that type of stuff. They're now the official sponsor or the official drink of Major League Soccer.
Nice.
He had a lot of things going on. A lot of people throw stones. Some people still mention the things that happened, the Colorado incident and stuff like that. But those are people that just they can't see your growth.
If you look back at his career, that's really like the only blemish on it. Like for real, like he's
pretty much.
I mean, and then he, when he was talking about Shaq.
Yeah.
But besides that, this dude has managed to live his life in LA in the spotlight.
I had a conversation with somebody, and I said to them, there's some decisions and choices he made that everybody would be like, oh, no, I wouldn't have did that. But you're thinking about that with the mindset you have now. I mean, just picture this: you're 17, you've been given more attention, money, and everything that anybody in your family has ever had. And this is not to make an excuse, everybody that's listening, but you're not just a face of just a regular franchise. You're the face of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
Of course, you're going to make some mistakes. Of course, you're going to make some decisions that are not, people are going to turn their nose up at. But at 17, no one can tell me that they were able to make sound decisions with everything that they're, a lot of these athletes outside of Kobe, they get this money and they go bankrupt and broke, and people can't figure out why. Because, there's certain communities where they're not used to that type of stuff. They don't have anybody to teach. They don't teach you that type of stuff. They teach you go play ball, become popular, make sure your jersey is being bought, tickets and butts are being put in seats type stuff.
Meanwhile, whoever is managing the money is over there hustling.
Trillions.
Yeah.
Trillions. Example, Don King. Mike Tyson made $400 million in his career, so how much did Don King make? This is the same person that gave us Thriller in Manila, so he goes back. So it's, nobody sat Mike Tyson down to try to teach him about money. And same with Kobe with making decision making. Like there's a lot of things that he did wrong, but there was tons of things that he did right. But everybody will always point out, why believe the truth when the lie is more entertaining or something negative? You know what I'm saying? So it gives you a newfound, if this situation didn't give you any amigos to get up or, hustle to go up and do what it is you're doing and stop procrastinating, then, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? This is just tragic. It's just unfortunate. I definitely didn't expect to see or hear that,
Man, and you the first person I sent the message to, Doug,
right.
And I'm over here sitting there, because I was like, man, I don't even know if I could send this to this.
When I saw it come through
that's why
my
all I
phone,
said was just OMG.
I was
Man, I don't even know if I could send.
Come through the phone, I was like, this can't be for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's, believe it or not, nobody, like Shannon Sharp said, there's one appointment that you will never be late for. You can never dodge, and that's the day that you die. And unfortunately, his came at the age of 41 years old. That's one of the people, everybody says, well, I thought this person would always survive. He's one of the people I thought would beat pretty much anything. This man beat so many different, he's just one of those people you thought was indestructible.
And he made it look so easy, but you knew he was putting in work at the same time.
Right.
That's the thing about him. He was gifted, but he put in more work than people around him.
And it's, in my opinion, and people are going to say it different, in my opinion, it's, if not above, it's on the same level as Michael Jackson when he passed. The world stopped completely, but with the Kobe situation, it stopped and spun back the other way, so to speak. It's just crazy, man. I even got off of social media because I know everybody wants to put stuff out, and I understand that, but it's at the end of the day, his family, the Bryants, Vanessa, my condolences to them. They're having their time to grieve, but it's I feel like I lost a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched you play ball for 20 years.
And that's the thing, man. Like, social media came around, the internet started blowing up for real. Like,
crazy stuff.
If Michael was like involved with all that at that time, then he would be on a whole nother level as well.
Absolutely.
But we didn't get to witness everything that Michael did besides TV. Kobe and all that.
He came up in that era.
Right in that era and stayed with the same squad for 20 years, man.
And people look at it and say, oh, you know, people don't realize when Kobe first came to the NBA, he didn't start his rookie year. He had to beat a hot Eddie Jones.
I love Eddie Jones, man. Eddie Jones was that dude.
But when Eddie
I remember watching Kobe airball at Utah, man.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching this, dog. It's like, yo, that was 20 years ago.
I remember watching the day that Charlotte drafted him, and him, you know, that arrogant walk. He walked out with the Hornet hat, and then I seen that Vlade Divac got traded. I was mad they traded Vlade, but now seeing what all came from that, I'm like, I ain't even fronting about that.
What if they never would have traded him, yo? What if he would have been in Charlotte?
Then he probably would have been the first Allen Iverson.
Ain't no talent.
Actually, no, because him and AI came in the same draft.
Yeah, so I was gonna get to that as well. Like, this is Waves of the Bay. We're talking about Kobe Bryant right here. Just, you know, just going through it, man. Just working it out on air, pretty much. But where I was at in Kansas, you know, when we was coming up, it was always Iverson versus Kobe. So it's like, just like you have like the LeBron Kobe thing, but yeah, it was always AI versus Kobe. And for me, like, I felt like Kobe had stuff handed to him, so I always roll with AI.
Right.
But like I said, you can't second guess this dude's work ethic, man.
Right.
Like, Kobe, that Mamba mentality, bro, that was real, and only a few people are wired like that.
I think, like, and I love AI. I would never pick AI over Kobe any day.
Nah.
I don't think there's a player out there other than Jordan. In Kobe's prime, it'd be Jordan, as long as it's not the long ball, because Kobe shoots a better long ball than Jordan did. It was some cold killers out there. Magic was a beast. We didn't really get to see Magic spread all the way to become his full potential. You know, because, you know, unfortunately, you know, we wasn't as educated. I cried when
Magic announced the A's, man. Bro. Magic was my favorite player at that time, bro. That hurt my soul.
That's one of my favorites, and to be crowned as the greatest Laker to ever do it, you know, that's a big accomplishment. And then you seen what Mark Cuban did, and then you see all the other players. I've never heard of another team retiring a number because of another player that never played for you guys but terrorized you guys and stopped you guys. I mean, think about how many titles Dirk sat back and was just like, if Kobe didn't do it to him, then it was Tim Duncan and crew. You see what I'm saying?
Think about the Kings.
Man. Think about anybody in the West other than the Spurs and the Lakers. Like, Jordan stopped a lot of people from getting a title. Kobe did the same thing. You see what I'm saying? But as far as that killer instinct, like, I think Shannon Sharp described it the best. You know, people, the Black Mamba is a snake, and it just attacks for no reason. Like, it's cold, attack. It's hot, attack. Oh, I felt this way, attack. I just looked at me wrong and just attack. Like, Kobe was just that dude. You see what I'm saying? But, man.
You got a favorite Kobe on-court moment?
Yes, there was, it's too many. I couldn't say there's actually one. I'll give you one. We were playing against Utah, and it was, I think it was like 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they chucked the ball into him. And no, it wasn't Utah. I think it was Phoenix. And Leandro Barbosa was on him, and Raja Bell was at the top. And Kobe was out by the three by the bench, and he goes to the left. Barbosa goes to the left. He goes to the right. Barbosa cuts it off. Kobe goes back the other way. Bell comes, and he just turn around, do that little spin, and he just put it up there. And he just put it up and went the other way. So he was doing what Steph Curry was doing before Curry, like to throw the shot up and go the other way because you know you got it. And left Bell and Barbosa standing down at the three looking like, how did he do that?
My favorite Kobe moment was that alley-oop to Shaq, man.
Against Portland.
Yes.
Like, over Pippen.
That was my favorite.
Pippen was in that frame.
Like, that's the first thing I think of when I think of Kobe.
Pippen was in that frame.
Them two, Shaq and Kobe, if you ask me to pick a combo of two, that's always going to be the duo for me.
That's the most lethal one.
The next closest would have to be like Magic and Kareem.
Ooh.
And that would be interesting. But Kobe and Shaq, the mentality, Yeah, man. Like,
and just imagine if Shaq would have been like actually been in shape and worked out. What because Shaq said it. He didn't care about being the greatest of all time. He wanted to be the most dominant.
you could tell, man. Like
And he did
Shaq
that.
in Orlando was skinny and a beast.
And he was shutting them down. But
And a beast.
you got to remember too, when he came up in the league, that's back when the East had legit big men as well as the West. Now you look at the West always had big men. Like especially the Lakers, and then you got Hakeem, and then you had Karl Malone come up, and then you had big men on both sides of the conferences, the East and the Western Conference. But unfortunately, the West was always competitive. The East was competitive when Jordan played, but after Jordan retired, the East has been wide open since then. There has not been consistently five.
LeBron has been there.
There has
Now
not.
he hasn't been able to take the title all the time, but he's been there. He's been blocking
Yeah.
people from getting theirs.
He on the East side, because let's not forget, there's been people on the West side that stopped him from getting that. Kawhi Leonard shut him, put the clamps on him. And then he went back and forth with the Warriors just recently. But it's like I tell people all the time, like any team LeBron was on was that team. But at the same time, he wasn't there by himself. You know what I'm saying? He had when he finally got his first one, he had two other cats that were top 5 picks right along with him. The only one he didn't have was Carmelo Anthony of his draft. So
Darko.
You see what I'm saying? And people sleep on Chris Bosh, but he was an animal.
That's a whole nother show right there,
He
man.
was an animal.
Like,
You
he's
see
one
what
of
I'm
them underappreciated cats.
Yeah, we tried to get him before we got Pau Gasol, but I'm happy it panned out the way it ended out. But I mean, it's just tragic, man. Like I could sit here forever and think about it. It's just sad, man. It's just tragic, and just shout out to all the organizations that have stood up like they have, like canceling games, rearranging stuff. And
Did you watch the tribute last night?
I couldn't do it.
Take some time and watch that, man.
I don't think I can do it, man.
Take some time and watch that. Put it on YouTube.
I started. It was Usher. I started seeing it, and it's
LeBron said some good words.
I seen LeBron's speech, and I want to say, that made me a bigger fan of LeBron. Like I've always said to people, anybody that paid attention beyond being haters themselves, I'm more of a LeBron fan off the court. Like the way the family man, the example he sets, the businessman, how he put his people in position and set them up to be successful. Hands down, I've always said that I'm more of a fan of LeBron off court. He can ball. It's just people don't like the fact that I say he's not better than KB.
So when it comes to him saying he's going to carry on Kobe's legacy, do you see anybody else capable of doing that besides him?
I don't even think he's capable of that.
He might not be. But
That's a heavy void to fill. But I think by him doing that says a lot. That speaks volumes. And to me, that makes me feel like all these years, LeBron has never had that light switch to be a killer. But now the fact that he put that on his own shoulders and announced that, he has now put the wires to the switch to be a killer. Because now you got to do that. Because, I mean, people going to find reason to throw stones at the throne either way, no matter who's sitting on it. But at this point, he has put the wires to the switch to show I'm going to be a killer.
Yeah.
So I think LeBron has a killer mentality, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to put the wires there. I think now let's be clear. The team he has is no pushovers.
Nah.
But, I mean, that coming back game, I didn't expect us to win it because everybody's mind was still insane elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, it's just
major loss, yo.
Yeah, man. I'm trying not to think
loss,
about
man.
it. I try to stay off of social media. Like I've noticed certain people that only post about that, so I'm avoiding their pages and stuff like that because I'm just waiting to wake up and it was just a dream, or But it's been going on 7 days, and I don't walked around and ate, burped.
It's real now.
Yeah.
Man, rest up Kobe, man, for real, and Gianna and everybody else that we lost a week ago.
Yo, this is Tone Kapone, and you're getting lifted to the sounds of my DJ, DJ Spaceship. Go ahead and beam him up, boy. Let's get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. greetings and salutations from us to all the nations. We're about to get loose, strictly for entertainment. We're reppin' Tampa Bay, 10 toes down. It's waves of the bay. No, we ain't playing around. Saturdays from 10 to 12. Make sure you ride the wave. It's Tone Kapone and DJ Spaceship on your airwaves. We're mixing interviews, R&B and hip hop. We're blasting off, and the top is just a pit stop.